Hello and welcome, and this is the one that started it all, the Toyota Prius. This car came out in 1997 and it was the vehicle that started the hybrid revolution. This is the OG. This is the grandfather of all modern Toyota and Lexus hybrids, and of course and every other vehicle in the industry. This is the 2024 fifth generation Toyota Prius. And as you guys can see, it has a complete makeover from the previous generations. No longer can you make fun of it anymore, but now you can admire its good looks. I'm gonna talk about it, go over all the specs and features, review it. And before I continue, thank you very much, Toyota, for allowing me to have these vehicles in my home test area so I can review them and give you guys my honest opinion. Thank you very much, and stay tuned, that's coming up next. All right, let's talk 2024 Toyota Prius. This particular version is the limited all-wheel drive, which is the top trim in the non-plug-in hybrid. You can get the Prius Prime, which that also pumps the power numbers from 196, like in my tester here, to 220 horsepower, which is crazy to say that in a Toyota Prius, but it's true. Crazy numbers. And let's talk about the styling. I mean, the Prius, as you guys can see, has gone to a metamorphosis, and no longer it's a weird looking car. It actually looks very sleek and stylish. Starting up front, you have LED daytime running lights and turn signal, as you guys can see. So one side, this is what it looks like as daytime running lights. The headlights are recessed in here, hidden. This, my tester, has parking sensors all over the front. It does have 360 camera as well, so the camera lives right on the front. The nose kind of like has a shark nose. If you look at it from the side, you can kind of see where it's a little bit of a shark nose. Very sleek. Obviously, everything is built with efficiency in mind. My tester is wrapped on Michelin Primacy tires all season, 195, 50, 19-inch wheels, because this is the limited trim. I do like this color. It's absolutely beautiful. The mirrors are blacked out. And this, my tester, also has a glass panoramic roof. Does not open, but it does have a glass roof. You have the little all-wheel drive badge in the front door over there, which is a little weird, but this little car looks very good. Before, the Prius was very weird looking. I gotta be honest. And there's a look at the LED turn signal in the back. Everything in this car is LED. You have that giant light bar that goes all the way across. You have the LTD, short for limited, giant Prius badge here. And Toyota has this new emblem, which is Beyond Zero initiative, so HEV, hybrid electric vehicle, and nicely integrated parking sensors. No wiper in the rear, which I wish it did have a wiper, but now since we're back here, let's take a look at the cargo area of the 24 Prius. And it's not too bad, actually. The seats, you can fold the seats individually. So you got seat releases inside. You guys, nice little cargo privacy cover. No spare tire in this particular vehicle because it's a hybrid vehicle. So, and one of the slogans that Toyota came out with this car when it came out, it says it right here, hybrid reborn. And it has a lot of hashtags and a lot of stuff all over the cabin, which is a lot of Easter egg stuff. So there's one of them right there, hybrid reborn little badges. This particular, of course, car has power liftgate. And overall, it's a good looking car. They did an excellent job. They got the door handles are hidden to the back right here. And then you have the emergency button to open it, so you could just press it like so, which is the manual release, or you could just press the button and open the door like so, which we'll go over the interior in a little bit. But all right, let's take a look at the interior, the tech on this 2024 Toyota Prius Limited, and then we go for a quick drive. Stay tuned for that. Okay, let's step inside the 2024 Toyota Prius. Very easy to get into. If you have your keys in your pocket, just put your hand on the door handle like so, and it unlocks. To lock it, you just press this button here, which the car's beeping because the car's on. But anyway, get in, and let's talk about materials. The Prius has come a long way. This is the 5th generation of it, like I mentioned at the beginning of the video. Materials are not too bad. My tester has memory seats for 2 drivers, so it remembers the steering wheel, the seat and the mirrors. And of course you have power windows and door locks, auto up and down, all 4 windows. Nicely soft padded material here for the door. You got a little Prius little Easter egg right there, which they're everywhere in this car. The seats are very comfortable, very soft leather. They're power, 2-way lumbar support. I do like the piping there, and the headrest. It looks very nice. And stepping inside, keep in mind, of course, this is a low vehicle. So for those of you folks who are used to SUVs, this might be a shocker, but it's not as high as an SUV. Even though this vehicle, it is all-wheel drive. Off the bat, my only complaint with the Prius is the steering wheel situation here. As you guys can see, it gets in the way. And I have to lower it to the lowest possible setting, and then you can honk there for a second. Let me just see if I can do this with one hand. Yeah, so then you can see the little information screen that it has there, the cluster, which is it's a bit of a weird design, and I think they need to go back to the drawing board in the next refresh and refresh the steering wheel situation that they did here. Moving on to the center screen, it is a familiar screen for all Toyota Lexus products. Their new infotainment system, excellent, 12.3 inch. It works very good, very easy to use, snappy. It does have wireless Apple CarPlay and wireless Android Auto. It also has wired as well, so you can wire your devices here with this USB-C. There's a charge port here. You got a traditional cigarette style outlet right there. And moving on to the middle, you do have a little cubby. You can hide away stuff in there. Nice, decent size. And going back to the steering wheel, on the left hand side you have controls for media and that little screen, so you can press this button here and you have a little helper screen that tells you the fuel efficiency. So let me reset that for a little bit. And yep, let me reset that. And then the adaptive cruise control screen, the audio, tire pressure sensors, a setting screen, and then messages if you have any warning. And it has a kind of like a driving coach monitor here, which is kind of interesting. So it's kind of coaching you and see how you're doing and things like that. I've been averaging between 40, 45, and 50 miles per gallon, which is absolutely crazy, and how good it is. You do have automatic high beam, windshield wiper deicer. So that means that the wipers have a heating element underneath them, and in the winter times it heats up, and then you could unfreeze your wiper, heated steering wheel, which is a nice touch. On the right hand side, you do have the controls for the cruise control, excuse me. And you have, of course, adaptive cruise control, set the distance, the speed, and the mode for the radio, volume up and down, and then voice command. And decent sized cup holders. You do have, of course, piano black here in the middle. Here is your shifter, which is, used to be a Prius only shifter, but not anymore. You're starting to find the shifter in a lot of modern day Toyotas and Lexuses. This vehicle does have a 360 camera. So as you guys can see right now, it's showing me the front, and if I put it in drive, it switches to the front camera, kind of like a 3D version of the car. Very useful and very cool technology. And here you can press EV mode. So what that does is, you can see that little indicator in the dashboard right there. It forces the car to drive in electric only as much as it possibly can, given the charge of the battery. If it shows up now, let's see. Here we go. Yes, so if the battery has enough juice, the car will drive in electric only below 25 miles per hour. You can drive it, all around town, and it will drive in electric only until the battery is depleted, and then it will turn back on again, and it does that cycle between back and forth. This is a little graph. It shows you what the car is doing. So that's the engine, power flow meter. Very cool stuff if you want to geek out while you're driving. Climate control screen, efficiency. Very easy stuff to use, nothing complicated. And anyway, so, and moving to the middle, you do have different drive modes. So you have, if you press up, is sport. You have custom, normal, of course, and then eco to get better range. There's a wireless charger right here. And you do have a nice little decent size, very tiny center cubby, but it's there. And you do have two USB ports there, USB-C charge ports, which I believe they might be fast charging, because this one is a fast charging port, and it has the same little symbol. So panoramic sunroof, doesn't open, but it has a nice decent sized panel glass. Here are the controls for your lighting. So everything's LED. There you go, and you could turn on the lights, map lights, all the lights of the interior. Very useful, very easy to use. I have it set on door. This mirror has both. Hello. You can do a actual camera mirror, which is super useful, especially if you have the car full of people. So there is a second set of camera, another camera in the back. So you could have the car fully loaded with everything, and it will never block your view, and you get a perfect view of the back, which is, I believe, is a genius tech, and everybody should adopt this technology. My tester has the upgraded JBL sound system. For obvious reasons, I cannot, of course, demonstrate how it sounds, but it sounds very good, very decent. And that's pretty much it. Oh, and you do have, of course, electronic parking brake right here, auto brake hold. So if you press that, the vehicle will brake for you if you're, if you press the light, whatever, and traction control on and off switch. And you do have nice little ambient lighting that goes across, and for whatever reason, it's on even daylight, which is interesting. And there's another little strip of it right here on the driver's side. All right, let's take a look at the back seat, and then we go for a quick drive of the 2024 Toyota Prius. Stay tuned for that. Okay, let's step inside the back of the Toyota Prius, and something you may notice, where's the door handle? It's not there in the back. It's actually right here, hidden. So it's a touch sensitive button. You just press it to unlock, and it does have an emergency button in case it fails, a manual release button. So you just press it and pull the door, get inside, and just like the front, similar materials up front, at the back. And let me get in. I am 5'8". The seat is adjusted to how I drive, and that's how much leg room I have. Plenty of space. There's a view of the instrument cluster and dashboard. Back here, this one, because it's the Limited, does have heated seats, one level, and you have more USB charge ports back there. I have my kiddo's booster seat, which works perfectly fine. It's easy to install. And center console, you have armrests, you have two cup holders. Oddly enough, there is no pocket behind the driver's seat, which is interesting. But what are you gonna do? Little LED lights back here, which turn on with the door anyway. And you do have manual shade for both front and rear passengers. And there's the pocket behind the passenger seat. All right, let's take the Toyota Prius for a quick drive and my final thoughts. Stay tuned for that. All right, let's drive the 2024 Toyota Prius Limited. This is the all-wheel drive model. Okay, so let me get myself a little comfortable here. And all I gotta say, this car has come a very, very long way from its humble beginnings back in 1997, which is crazy that this car's been around that long. And it's nice to see that Toyota evolved the hybrid system over the years and adopted it to other vehicles like SUVs, and not just this little, this little car. And it's amazing. It's amazing. There's really nothing negative to say about the hybrid system. I don't think anybody in their right mind is going to complain about getting 50 miles per gallon or 45 in their vehicle. Let me reset the computer again. And like in these speeds right now, when the battery is charged and has enough juice, you can drive in electric only for as much as the car allows you to do, which is where the savings come in. Especially in some common misconception that folks may have about hybrids, that they primarily are only good in stop and go traffic, which is further from the truth, because even if you're on a highway in cruising speeds, if the hybrid battery has enough charge, it can and will drive in electric only for as much as it can. So right now I am driving local streets here, and I am not using a drop of fuel because I'm doing about 21 miles per hour, slow traffic. And in these kind of speeds around town, you won't use fuel, which is great. Fit and finish, obviously you're not buying this Prius. This particular version is actually very nice. The materials are nice and soft. I do love that giant 12.3 inch screen, which makes life a little easier. And it's very quiet, most importantly, very quiet. Oh, this vehicle does have the park assist, where it will parallel and perpendicular park for you completely while you're in the car. Not by itself, but it will do it for you. Steering wheel shift back and forth, which is pretty cool and trippy to see the steering wheel in the car do its thing on its own. It's trippy to see that. But right now I am getting 50.8 miles per gallon. That's right, 50.8, which is amazing. And the more efficient that you drive this vehicle, the better the mileage is going to be, because it's the hybrid leader. This car was designed for efficiency. It looks the way it does for efficiency, not just for looks only. But I mean, yeah, cruising around here. Okay, now the hybrid battery turned off. Also, if you were to get the prime version of this car, which is the plug-in hybrid, then your electric range is much longer. So anywhere between 25 and maybe 40, depending on the car, electric range only, which is phenomenal. And you'll save fuel. But overall, in my week of testing this Prius, obviously I can't drive it too fast because it's a Prius. And also on that note, I want to add, it is not that slow as you may think. Especially this all-wheel drive one. I can't speak on the front-wheel drive model, but this particular version, it's almost 200 horsepower, which is not terrible. The engine, the hybrid system, of course, is paired to a 2.0 four-cylinder motor. And yeah, super quiet. I do like the glass roof, which is a nice little addition. And driving around town is not too bad. It's not too bumpy. I mean, the wheels are 19-inch, so they're not big, and these tires are meant for fuel efficiency. And when you're coasting like this and I'm in a little hill, the vehicle automatically will go into electric only. And of course the engine will kick on as needed. And let me show you guys that little screen. I don't know if the camera can pick that up, but right now the engine is turned on and you can see what it's doing, sending energy back and forth to the battery. And right now I come to a stop. As you guys can see, the engine is completely off. So now you are 100% electric only. And that's the magic sauce of a Prius and any Toyota and Lexus hybrid vehicle, that it does that song and dance back and forth, and you most likely won't even feel that it's happening unless you look at it. This 360 camera is also very useful. It turns on, you could tell it to turn on automatically when you come to a stop, so you see vehicles around you, and it's great. I have, you know, this is actually, I never thought I would say this, but I would never consider a Prius before. After seeing this one, I would definitely add a Prius to my short list of vehicles. This is an excellent commuter vehicle, even a small family vehicle. If you're, you know, you have one child, the trunk is decent, it's not too bad back there. But overall, I am very impressed with this Prius, the 5th generation of it. And now you can pretty much get any Toyota vehicle in hybrid form, or all-wheel drive as well. So this has been my first look and review of the 2024 Toyota Prius. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Take care and stay safe.